Welcome to Genius Connect. Please subscribe and share.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatima Mora. I teach social science at Jay International School and my topic for today is the continuation of French Revolution. We studied a lot about French Revolution. We saw how the king was dethroned. We saw how Maximilien Robespierre came to power. Now, Maximilien Robespierre's entire time is known as the Reign of Terror. There's a reason why it's known thus. It's because 1793 to 1794, this 1 year during the rule of Maximilien Robespierre only lasted for 1 year. And this 1 year also is known as Reign of Terror because of his harsh and oppressive policies. The first thing that he did is he started banning all the different qualities of bread that were available in the French markets. According to him, if equality had to be maintained, everybody would only be allowed to eat one particular quality of bread. And that is why there wouldn't be any other breads available in the market. Compulsorily, everybody had to go for one bread. Same way, everybody would not call each other Madame or Mademoiselle as was the French custom. They would call each other citoyen and citoyenne, that means citizens. People would refer to each other as citizens to induce the feeling of patriotism and nationalism. And in addition to that, he converted all the churches into offices. According to him, religion did not have any importance and it was a waste of time to keep huge churches occupied. So that is why he converted those buildings into offices. He was against religion, he was against people's inequality, but at the same time he took away even the most basic of freedom away from the people. Anybody who opposed him, anyone who said anything against him was directly sent to the guillotine. The guillotine was a machine invented by Dr. Guillotin in which the head is placed between a wooden plank and within a matter of seconds the head is separated and the person is beheaded. So anybody who argued with Maximilien Robespierre was directly sent to the guillotine. And this is how Maximilien Robespierre's name coincided with terror. It became synonymous with terror. And wherever Maximilien Robespierre's name was taken, people were scared, people had to obey. This lasted for a while, after which the French people, given their love for liberty and freedom, removed him, dethroned him, and even he was sent to the guillotine. After the death of Maximilien Robespierre, the same problem was there with France. Who would rule now? Based on past experience, the French people had concluded that whenever any one person is given absolute authority or absolute power, it corrupts him. So they this time decided to go for a directory-based government. A directory-based government is a government in which 5 different people are given different directories. Directories are different heads under which these people work. And these 5 people would then coordinate and run the country. This went on for a very, very brief time. Within a matter of months, this was removed. The reason for that is these directories never seemed to agree. There was no coordination between them and eventually France was failing as a country. This was a time when France was lacking a leader, a considerate leader who would be a monarch, who would control, at the same time would stay away from the stern dictatorship. Exactly at that time entered Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the most loved rulers of France. He had a vision to conquer the entire Europe, but not with massive force. He did not want to use brutal repression. In fact, he saw himself as a liberator and a modernizer. He felt that France is the most modern country in Europe. There's a saying that goes, whenever France sneezes, the rest of the Europe catches cold. So when France removed the king, Germany, Austria and other related small European countries also saw a glitter of hope that even we can remove our oppressive kings and re-establish democracy or people's rule. And that is when Napoleon Bonaparte took this opportunity that France, being the most modern, has to modernize the rest of the Europe. And one by one, he started fighting with the other European countries and bringing them under the France. He bought many territories and annexed them to France, and France became a huge empire under Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon was ultimately known for his dictatorship skills, but he was not a harsh dictator. He was a strict military man. He was a disciplinarian, and His philosophies mainly coincided with giving autonomous power to various states because he believed in liberty, he believed in the idea of freedom. His most important contribution was the Napoleonic Code of 1804. According to the Napoleonic Code, every person had right to private property. All privileges based on birth would be abolished. Everybody is equal before the law. So he gave the people what they were asking for. He gave them freedom, he gave them equality, he gave them justice, and that is why he was a big hit with the countrymen. France actually believed in Napoleon's philosophies, and many French people actively joined in army at Napoleon's command. They gave taxes when he asked, because he said that these taxes are eventually going to be used for the people's benefit, and he even did that. He had some drawbacks. He only trusted his family members, and every place that he conquered, he would keep one of his family members because according to him that gave him better coordination. And Napoleon's armies were seen as a liberating force all across Europe. So whenever Napoleon used to invade any European country, people used to be really happy. People used to actually welcome him. And this went on along for a while, but after that, four countries together defeated Napoleon at Waterloo in 1815. And after this, that was the end. After Napoleon was defeated, France still went on. It took a long time for the French women to get equal rights as the men, but eventually the example of the French Revolution still stays on along, because we get to learn many good things, particularly people's right, how people can together fight against injustice. Thank you.
I hope you all would have enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Genius Connect and put on the notification to receive more such videos. Like and share this video too. Thanks for watching.